Hi guys, welcome to our new Roblox video. Today we are diving into the exciting Escape Baby Bobby Daycare Obby mode.
Hi, Labrador. Hi, everyone. This is going to be a real challenge.
I, Sheriff Labrador, and my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie, will show you how to escape from the most guarded daycare in the world. Hello, Dobie.
This daycare is unlike any other. We'll face a huge number of obstacles and traps, as well as a formidable giant baby patrolling the area.
Yes, and don't forget about the advanced security technologies trying to stop us. We'll need to use all our skills to navigate jumps, avoid chases, and even cross hot liquid magma.
Exactly. And at the end, we will have an epic battle with Baby Bobby himself. This will be an unforgettable adventure.
Wow, did you see that scary face? That's the face of the baby we need to escape from.
We must defeat him to escape from this daycare.
Dobby, look, that's his cradle. We need to get through this parkour to escape the giant baby. Be careful, there are lots of traps here.
I see it, Labrador. Lasers, jumping platforms, and even floating cubes. We need to be extremely careful and precise in our movements.
Look, there are moving platforms ahead. Hang on, I'm gonna jump onto the first one. Ready?
Ready, jumping after you.
Great, hold on, Dobby. We're on the right track. Just remember, the baby could spot us at any moment.
Look, Labrador, there's liquid magma below. One wrong step and we're done for. Be careful.
Yes, we need to be especially cautious here. I'll go ahead and you follow me. Ready?
Always ready, jumping after you. Oh, that was close. I almost fell, but I managed to hold on.
Good job, Dobby. Keep up the pace. We're almost halfway there. Look, there's another tough section ahead with rotating blades.
I see them, Labrador. We need to time our jumps when the blades are at a safe distance.
Dobby, do you remember when a little boy called us? He was only 8 years old and he said he had been robbed. His voice was trembling with fear.
Of course, Labrador. He called us right from the street. He said some guy took his bike when he was riding home from school. We immediately went to the scene.
Yes, we quickly found the boy. He was standing at the intersection looking scared. We approached him and I said, "Don't worry, we're here to help."
He told us the robber was wearing a black jacket and rode off towards the park. We reassured him and promised to find his bike.
We headed to the park thinking the robber might be hiding there. As soon as we arrived, I spotted someone matching the boy's description.
Yes, I saw him too. We quietly approached and saw that he was indeed riding the stolen bike. I said, "This is our chance, Labrador. Let's approach him quietly."
We approached him and I said, "Stop! This is the police." The guy was stunned and stopped immediately. We detained him and I asked, "Where did you get this bike?" "Dobby, let's stop! We've woken him up! Look, he's up and running right at us! We need to think of something fast or he'll make us his toys."
Labrador, let's run to that big toy maze. He won't be able to catch us quickly among all those obstacles.
Great idea! Let's go, faster! We need to dash between these huge blocks and teddy bears. You go first, I'll follow.
I'm already there. The maze is really slowing him down. Labrador, look, there's a big slide ahead. If we slide down, we'll have a chance to lose him.
I see it. Let's go faster. Slide down. He's still at the other end of the maze. We have the advantage.
Oh, that was fun, but he's still chasing us. Look, there's a playroom ahead with lots of stuffed animals.
Hooray! We managed to escape from him. Look at him. How cute he is. He's crying because he couldn't catch us. He wanted to play tag with us, and he lost, so he's crying. Dobby, let's continue telling the story.
At first, he tried to deny it, but then he admitted to stealing it. We returned the bike to the boy and took the robber to the station.
When we returned the bike, the boy was overjoyed. He thanked us, and his mother couldn't believe it was resolved so quickly. We said, it's our job to help and protect.
Yes, Labrador, it was a good day. We were able to help the little boy and show him that he could rely on us.
So guys, if you ever have any problems, don't hesitate to call us. We're always ready to help.
Guys, how did you like the story? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and leave comments. You would be giving us a great gift. Thanks, everyone.
Dobby, are you okay? We fell right into the stomach of this giant baby.
Yes, Labrador, I'm fine, but we need to get out of here. We're surrounded by stomach acids and food. We need to act quickly.
Agreed. Look, there's a tunnel ahead, probably leading to his esophagus. If we go through it, we might have a chance to escape.
Good idea. Let's carefully make our way through so we don't slip. Stay close, Labrador. It could be slippery here.
I see the tunnel. It's pretty narrow, but we can squeeze through. Let's go, one at a time. I'll go first.
Okay, I'll follow you. It's dark and wet here. Be careful. We're already halfway through.
Dobby, look, there's light ahead. That might be the way out. We need to hurry.
Labrador, it really is the exit. Let's go faster before he swallows us again.
Dobie, remember when we arrived at that restaurant where everyone had been poisoned by that villain demanding money for the antidotes? It was a real catastrophe.
Yes, Labrador, I remember. People were in shock, many unconscious, but we couldn't leave them without help. We split up immediately. You kept an eye on the villain while I stayed to assist the victims.
I watched him as he extorted money from the patrons, offering them antidotes. When he least expected it, I approached and detained him while you were providing aid to the people.
We gathered all the victims in one place and started administering first aid. It was challenging, but we managed. Soon the ambulance arrived and transported everyone to the hospital.
We handed the villain over to the police, who were already waiting outside. It turned out he had previous convictions for fraud. Thankfully, no one died thanks to our quick response. Yes, Dobie, we really acted like true professionals. I hope that villain won't be able to harm anyone else. We had another story. Dobie, it was a crazy day. Skunks attacked our police station to free their brother from custody. They sprayed everything, and the station became unbearable.
Yes, Labrador, I remember that day. The whole station reeked of their spray. We could barely breathe. Those skunks were determined in their actions.
They took over the entire ground floor. We tried to drive them out, but they were persistent, especially their leader, a huge male who was clearly ready to do anything to save his brother.
Labrador, remember how we tried to use special deodorizing agents? But they quickly found ways around our defenses.
Yes, it was both funny and alarming at the same time. We eventually concluded that we needed to call in professional cleaners to rid the station of that smell.
But in the end, we managed to handle the situation. The skunks were taken back to nature, and their brother was transferred to a safer place. It was a real challenge for us, Labrador.
Dobie, we urgently need to find weapons to fight the boss. The RPG should help us deal with him quickly.
Right, Labrador, let's look for it. Here, I found the RPG. Now let's quickly prepare for battle.
There he is, the boss. But wait, it's not him. These are clones of the giant baby. They're everywhere. We need to hit each of them once.
They're all over the place. Labrador, be careful. We'll have to demonstrate our accuracy and speed.
I'm starting to shoot. First one down. But there are so many of them.
I'm getting them too. Second one killed. Don't give up, Labrador.
They're closing in. Another one bites the dust. Let's hold the defense, Dobie. There are a lot of them, but I believe we can handle it. Dobie, this is like a nightmare. We've been fighting these baby clones for eternity. They keep reappearing over and over again, and it's impossible to defeat them.
Yes, Labrador, it's madness. We shoot them. They disappear, and moments later, they're back again right in front of us. We need a plan to stop this endless stream.
I don't know how we got into this. They're so persistent, as if they were made for an endless battle.
Congratulations, everyone, on the victory. But this is not the end. Ahead of us lies another challenge, folks. I hope you've already subscribed to our YouTube channel.
Dobie, a week ago, our quiet town was struck by something terrible. A dragon. This event changed all our lives. We were not prepared for such a trial.
Yes, Labrador, it was a true trial. The dragon appeared out of nowhere, like a harbinger of apocalypse. Its roar echoed everywhere, and its fiery breath burned everything in its path.
We gathered together to defend our town. Our residents showed bravery, ready to stand up for their homes and families. We organized our defense and prepared for battle.
I remember how we divided tasks. Labrador, you coordinated combat actions, and I took charge of organizing evacuation and aid for the injured. It was our only hope for survival.
The dragon was immense and powerful. Our initial attempts to stop it were unsuccessful. Its scales repelled our arrows and even stone projectiles.
But we didn't give up. We used every resource we had. Our best archers and catapults attacked the dragon with all their might, but it kept advancing.
Day and night, we fought the dragon. Each time we thought we were nearing victory, it launched new attacks. Our town suffered from fire and destruction.
Our strength was in unity. We came together as one big family, determined to defend our town to the last. Every resident contributed to this struggle.
In the end, we found a weak spot on the dragon. We managed to strike it decisively. The dragon vanished in a burst of fire, leaving behind only ashes and destruction.
After the battle, we looked upon our ravaged town. Many homes were destroyed, but our hearts were filled with pride for our victory. we will rebuild our town and make it stronger than ever before.
That's a wrap, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, everyone, it's Sheriff Labrador and Sheriff Dobie here again. Today, we've entered the Escape from School mode in Roblox.
Hi, friends. Get ready for an awesome adventure full of challenges and traps set by the teachers. Yes, it's going to be epic.
Don't forget to like and leave a comment if you enjoy what you see.
Labrador, look, we pressed the fire button, and now the whole school is trying to escape. The principal didn't appreciate this joke and now wants to catch us.
There's the PE teacher ahead with a giant ball. Looks like we're in for a task that tests our speed and endurance.
Yeah, Coach Bulls is back in action. Remember how he made us run laps for every mistake on a test? Well, let's show him who the best sprinter is here.
Wow, I feel like I'm in the Olympics. If only Coach Bulls could see us now. Although, he'd probably just add more laps. Dobie, this is crazy. We're doing parkour with lava below us. How is this even in a school? Do we have volcanologists working here now?
Yeah, Labrador, our principal definitely went overboard with the curriculum update. I wonder how this is supposed to help us prepare for exams.
Maybe it's a new method to prepare us for stressful situations. If you can survive lava, you can handle a history exam.
Ha! And if we can't, we'll get roasted results. Look, there's a challenge from the PE teacher up ahead. Do you see those ropes over the lava? That's definitely his doing.
For sure, this is Mr. Bug's style. Guys, jump higher and hold on tighter. It seems his dream has come true. All right, Dobie, you go first and I'll follow.
Labrador, remember how he always said that PE would save us in real life? I didn't think it would be this literal.
Yeah, those climbing lessons don't seem so useless now. Hey, what if we pretend this is just a big game of the floor is lava?
Haha, yeah, except with real lava beneath us. All right, you made it across the rope, and now it's time for the zigzag of hoops.
Wow, this is something new. Just don't fall or you'll be a roasted Labrador.
Hey, Labrador, I'm going first. Watch and learn. One hoop, another hoop. Oh no, almost fell. And you, Labrador, be careful.
Dobie, here we are in the gym, and Mr. Bug is at it again. Do you hear him yelling?
Yeah, Labrador, if you don't complete this obstacle course, you won't leave the school. It's like we're training for the special forces.
Wow, look at these obstacles. Tires, ropes, giant balls. Mr. Bug has definitely watched too many action movies.
He's still shouting, faster, faster. Where's your speed and agility? All right, Labrador, let's start. First stage, jumping through tires. You go first.
Ha, are you sure this isn't a joke? Well, all right, if I get stuck, tell Mr. Bug that I'm protesting against PE.
Wow, Labrador, you're like a kangaroo on heels. Okay, now it's my turn. Jumping.
Nice jump, Dobie, and now the ropes. Mr. Bug must think we're superheroes. Go ahead, you first this time.
Well, if I fall, tell Mr. Bug it's because of my heavy backpack. Here we go.
Great job, Dobie. Now it's my turn. And if anything happens, tell Mr. Bug that I'm allergic to ropes.
Phew, we did it. But up ahead are the giant balls. If Mr. Bug only lets us out after this, I'm officially declaring the school a combat zone.
Ha ha ha. Giant balls? All right, Dobie, hang in there. Let's see who's better at dodging ball attacks. Dobie, do you see that? These football players look way too aggressive. They look like they want to crush us with their sheer size.
Yeah, Labrador, it's like we've become their practice dummies. And all because the PE teacher got mad at us. Something tells me he didn't appreciate our jokes about his whistle.
Especially the one where you said his whistle was louder than his voice. All right, we need to find a way to escape from these bruisers. Got any ideas?
Maybe we should just pretend this is a game of tag? Except here, if they catch us, it's going to hurt a bit more than usual.
Great idea, Dobie. Then I'll start running. Watch and learn how to dodge.
All right, Labrador, but if you fall, I'm not waiting for you. Their muscles are so big, I can feel them from here.
Haha, just remember we've got our own advantages, speed and cunning. Let's run to the exit. Dobie, remember last Friday when we stayed at school over the weekend to hunt ghosts?
Of course, Labrador, that was our best idea ever, though we had to make do with our flashlights and scare the living daylights out of all the school staff.
Yeah, exactly. We went on a whole expedition through the dark school corridors. Every creak of a door or rustle seemed like it could be a school-scale ghost.
But then suddenly the alarms went off and lights started flashing. We were convinced we had caught the ghost. Turns out, it was the police catching us for trespassing after hours.
Yeah, explaining that we were hunting ghosts was awkward. Although on the bright side, we were ready to capture any supernatural phenomena on our smartphones.
After that incident, I actually wanted to become a police officer, and I made my dream come true. Guys, make sure to like and comment. Our new adventures are coming soon.
It was a day we will never forget. Sheriff Dobie and I were invited as guests to the world-renowned candy factory of Willy Wonka. We had long heard legends about his magical candies and mysterious experiments, so the invitation for a tour was a real surprise for us.
When we arrived at the factory, we were greeted by Willy Wonka himself in his bright factory uniform, adorned with all sorts of sweets. He was cheerful and welcoming, as if we were old friends. Alongside us were other guests, locals, and even a couple of scientists from a nearby university who were interested in his innovations.
Willy Wonka took us all around the factory, showing every stage of candy production. We saw huge machines mixing chocolate and caramel, flying nuts being gathered into caramel strings, and even how chocolate rivers were created. Every process felt like magic, and Willy Wonka explained each detail with great enthusiasm.
But the most amazing part for us was that Willy Wonka allowed us to taste his latest creations. We tried chocolate beanstalks that grew right in the factory greenhouses, and fizzy candies that popped in our mouths. Each flavor was unique and filled us with wonder.
But not everything went smoothly. At one point, one of the guests accidentally pressed a button that started the gum machine. Chewing gum bubbled out and filled the entire room before we could stop it. Willy Wonka smiled and said it was just a little experiment, and they were still perfecting the process.
After the tour, Willy Wonka threw a party in the evening in honor of the new friends and the success of the factory. We danced to music from chocolate fountains and had fun until late into the night. This day became not only an amazing adventure for us, but also an important lesson that courage and creativity can create real magic, even in the most ordinary things.
When it was time to say goodbye, Willy Wonka gave each of us a large box of candies, saying it was our reward for curiosity and friendship. We left the factory with a deep sense of gratitude and a promise to return again to see the new wonders and flavors being created at Willy Wonka's factory. The day started like any other, a shift at the old police school where Dobie and I have served for many years. We were planning to train the new recruits when something unbelievable happened. A mad scientist, whom we had never seen before, burst in and used his invention to turn everyone present into children.
Exactly, Labrador. We were shocked to see our adult colleagues instantly transform into children before our eyes. The mad scientist laughed at his achievement and then activated a gas that turned even more people into kids. It was a real nightmare.
We found ourselves in the minority facing this madness, but we needed to act quickly. Dobie and I immediately assembled a team from those who remained adults and devised a rescue plan. Our goal was clear: find the scientist and stop his madness.
We infiltrated the scientist's laboratory where he was, threatening to use his invention again. The struggle was intense, but thanks to our experience and resourcefulness, we managed to disable the device and force him to shut down the gas. After that, we arrested him and called in specialists to restore everyone to their normal age.
Finally, as everyone returned to normal life, we felt deep relief and joy, knowing we had saved our colleagues and friends. This day taught us to cherish every moment and be prepared to act in challenging situations.
That's right, Labrador. In our lives as police officers, there's always room for unexpected challenges and emergencies. But it's important to remember that our friendship and mutual support help us overcome any difficulty.
Absolutely, Dobie. Together we are a force capable of facing any challenge, and we are always ready to defend our city and its residents, whether in peacetime or in situations as dangerous as this one. It was one of those days that started off as usual. Dobie and I were at our police station, processing reports and getting ready for our next shift. But suddenly, our calm was shattered by a terrible scream from outside.
Labrador, I immediately knew something was wrong. We ran outside and saw a giant fiery bird circling above our station. It screeched and spewed flames. In just a few moments, our station turned into a blazing inferno.
We quickly realized that the fire department wouldn't be able to reach us quickly, as many of them were occupied with other emergencies. Our station was at risk of complete destruction, but we knew we couldn't give up.
Labrador and I quickly organized the evacuation of everyone inside the building. Our colleagues rushed out, saving important documents and equipment. We knew that every second counted.
We came up with a plan and played a soothing melody. As soon as the music started, the bird began to calm down. It slowly descended to the ground and stopped spewing flames. The fire began to die down, and we managed to get the situation under control. Soon, the fire crews arrived and completely extinguished the remaining flames.
Thank you for joining us on this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new stories and learn more about our work. See you soon, friends. As you may have guessed, today we are escaping from Mr. Smiley's daycare. Let's get started.
It's hard not to notice all these neon arrows leading to the ventilation. By the way, didn't you find it strange that he was just standing there staring at us?
I think all these facts point to Mr. Smiley conducting experiments on us. Or he's playing with us like we're lab rats.
You must be right, and he's just crazy. I think he'll be watching us through surveillance cameras throughout all the trials. Brr!
I agree, it's creepy, but we're sheriffs. We won't be scared by that.
Meanwhile, we're parkouring over pipes in the sewers. Did we fall into a manhole?
I don't remember that either. I think we entered through the ventilation, not a manhole. Everything in this daycare is so strange.
Well, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that I'm the best parkourist in our town, and we'll get through this challenge quickly.
Let's think about how we got here. We're not kids, after all.
It seems like there are two possibilities here. Either he's grabbing everyone and tossing them in a cell regardless of age, or he's a bit blind and didn't notice we're not kids.
It seems to me like he knew we were sheriffs and wanted to see if professionals could pass all his challenges.
That's also a great theory, but we still have to figure all of this out.
Oh, look, there's a big fan on the floor here. It blows so hard that we're being lifted up.
But we need to be careful and watch out for the laser to protect our heads.
Great job. We've reached the next obstacle. I see a grill ahead. It looks like we need to press these buttons to open it.
I hope we don't have to press them simultaneously.
Let's check it now. We just need to jump over this rotating platform.
We've been walking through this sewer for a long time. I have a question. Why is it so gigantic, and where does all this acidic water come from?
Great. There's just one button left. I don't understand why they made such a huge sewer, but I think the acid is what powers all these mechanisms and engines in these trials.
I remembered an interesting story about how we saved our city from an acid flood, but I'll tell it in a couple of minutes. So watch the video to the end, guys.
Great, the gates are open. Let's go.
Hold on, we need to pass one more rotating platform.
I know we can do it. This was a very simple challenge.
I'm still bothered by the fact that the sewer is connected to the ventilation. The whole daycare must smell awful.
It seems like it's depicted here that children love us and pull us towards the ground. What could this mean? And who leaves these drawings?
Wow, look, he's right in front of us. Why isn't he paying attention to us? I don't think he can't hear us.
I think he's deliberately ignoring us to attack when we least expect it.
Oh, you were right, but now we need to make a run for it.
He's very close. Ow! Oh no, what's happening? Where is he taking us?
If I'm honest, I didn't understand his intentions. Maybe he wanted to take us back to the cell but accidentally swallowed us.
It seems to me that those crawling kids distracted us. We need to check on this right now.
It looks like both Mr. Smiley and the kids are interested in us. They seem to be in it together. Perhaps he feeds them a special blend.
Great, it seems like we've confused him a bit and he's stuck. It's a good moment to make our escape.
It seems we need to jump into this hole. Goodbye, Mr. Smiley.
Hey, just don't crash on the way down.
Nice job, Dobie. We landed next to the ball pit. Let's keep going.
I already have an idea of what we need to do in this challenge. One pipe should be enough for us.
While we're going through this challenge, let's tell the guys the promised story.
With pleasure, I will tell this story. This day started off as usual, but soon we began receiving alarming reports from the townspeople. Water coming out of their taps was unusual, starting to acidify and even change color. Labrador and I were immediately dispatched to investigate this strange situation.
Arriving on scene, we inspected several homes and saw that the situation was indeed serious. Water flowing from the taps was not only acidic, but also of various colors, from green to purple. This immediately put us on alert because such a thing couldn't be a coincidence.
We began our investigation and soon discovered that the problem stemmed from an error by one of the sewer workers who had mistakenly connected the pipes beneath the laboratory. Waste from the lab, containing acidic substances, had started to flow into the city's water systems.
We realized that if we didn't stop this flow of acid, the city could be in danger. We urgently called in specialists to help us regain control of the situation and prevent further contamination of the water.
Through our combined efforts with our team, we set up temporary barriers and started pumping out the contaminated water from the system. While engineers worked to fix the errors, we ensured the safety of residents and coordinated the evacuation of those in particularly hazardous areas.
Wow, look, while we were telling the story, we reached the boss battle. The sign said we need to knock Mr. Smiley down. But how do we do that?
Let's get this sorted out. I noticed there are small children on his platform. I'm sure they'll be in our way.
Let's observe what he's going to do.
I think it's better to run before he jumps on us.
Oh, let's retreat.
2. We need to be more careful. Just like the sewer worker under the laboratory from our story.
I agree. He should have been more careful when he was fixing the pipes. But the main thing is that everything turned out fine, and this incident showed us how important it is to be vigilant and prepared to help, regardless of the job.
Oh no! Did you see how that kid sneakily grabbed our legs and wouldn't let go? Where does he get all that strength from? And he pulled us down too. But now we know we need to steer clear of those kids.
I got it. We need to lure him and wait until he starts attacking, then step aside at the right moment so he falls into the lava.
Ha ha ha! Why do these kids fly so amusingly into the stratosphere?
Why is he so close to the edge but not falling? Maybe we need to wait a bit longer or step back a bit later.
Try to step back as quickly as possible so he doesn't have time to react.
And also, we need to stand closer to the edge of this platform.
Oh no! One kid did manage to grab onto us after all. How did that happen? There were so few of them left here.
Yay! We dodged it! That's what you get, Mr. Smiley. I hope we don't encounter him again, and he won't hinder our escape from here.
Let's continue our escape. The main thing is not to fall now. That would be really frustrating, especially if we had to start the battle all over again.
Looks like we need to take the elevator. There are so many floors. It seems like this isn't a daycare, but an entire complex.
Wow! Just look at how enormous these rooms are. I can't believe all this was made by Mr. Smiley just to amuse himself by watching us go through these trials and fall into traps.
Oops. Yeah, this is all very strange and mystical. I wish the author had added some notes so we could better understand the plot. Damn. Here we go again with these rotating platforms, and there are 10 times more of them.
And I also see a bunch of swinging maces ahead. There must be 10 times more of them than in one of the previous trials. Why are we being tortured now if we defeated Mr. Smiley and there's no one left to watch us? Or maybe those little crawling kids are actually adult souls trapped in children's bodies. Brr.
And it's like the kids actually organized all of this, and Mr. Smiley was just a tool in their hands. That's truly creepy, Dobie, but I think we're overthinking it. This daycare couldn't have such a well-thought-out and captivating plot. We should save this idea and create a game like this. Guys, would you play a game created by Sheriff Labrador and Dobie?
Hey, that sounds like a great idea. Now we just need to learn how to create games. Speaking of games, since we're on the topic, let's tell the guys the story about how we saved our residents' computers from a massive virus outbreak.
Of course. Don't worry, there won't be any viruses in our game. It just happens to be a coincidence. This day seemed ordinary until we started receiving anxious calls from the town residents. Everyone was talking about strange updates on their computers that couldn't be postponed. Immediately after installing the updates, their screens were flooded with pop-ups, and some computers demanded ransom to unlock. Someone was so scared that they even threw their computer in the trash. Dobie and I realized this was serious and required immediate action.
Our first step was to determine the source of the problem. We found out that the operating system update came from one of the largest software companies. We went there to conduct our investigation.
At the company, we discovered that none of the employees were aware of what was happening. However, after carefully examining the security logs, we found out that a new employee had recently joined the company. This employee had been planning their sinister plan for years, writing the virus in advance and figuring out how to embed it into the update. He wrote it down on a flash drive and once he was hired, put his plan into action.
Realizing the need for swift action, we turned to the city's best programmers. Together, we started working on removing the virus and restoring the systems. We had to immerse ourselves in cybersecurity to understand how to combat this evil.
The process was complex and demanding. We had to develop special programs to remove the virus and recover data on infected computers. Programmers worked day and night, while we ensured coordination and support.
Thanks to our combined efforts and perseverance, we managed to create a program that eliminated defeated the virus and restored the systems of the town's residents. We spread it through local media and social networks so everyone could download and install this fix.
Hooray! Dobie, we've escaped from that daycare. That means it's time for us to say goodbye. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Leave a like and be sure to tell us what else we should play. Maybe Poppy Playtime? We're playing the Escape Toby's Hospital mode. It's a scary challenge, and I'm already getting nervous. If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button.
Hello, everyone. Support us by subscribing and liking. It means a lot to us. Labrador, are you ready for this creepy adventure? This hospital looks terrifying.
Yes, Dobie. The map here is just awful. Dark corridors, flickering lights, and walls covered in bloodstains. It seems like the darkest things have happened here.
And this eerie background music only adds to the atmosphere. We have to be very careful because there could be traps everywhere. Have you heard about Surgeon Toby?
Of course. Surgeon Toby is the main villain in this mode. Instead of fingers, he has claws, and he hunts anyone trying to escape from his hospital. He looks very scary, tall, with a mask on his face and eyes glowing red.
Exactly. They say he conducted terrifying experiments on patients, and now he hunts anyone who dares to enter his hospital. We need to be very careful and try to find a way out before he finds us.
Agreed. Let's start by looking for keys and clues. There's surely something here that will help us escape. Stay close, Dobie.
All right, Labrador. I found the first clue. It's a map of the hospital. It looks like we need to go through the operating room to get to the exit. But be careful. Toby could be anywhere.
Great, we have a plan. Let's move forward and keep our eyes open. Guys, write in the comments if you like such scary modes in Roblox. Your opinion is very important to us.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe and like. Your support helps us get through such tough challenges. Now let's go, Labrador. We don't have time to waste.
Now we're going through the parkour in the sewers. It smells awful down these old pipes, and there's acid below. It's just terrible. I think even the rats have fled from here.
Yeah, the smell here is so bad that even a chemical attack would be jealous. I wonder why Toby chose this place. Maybe he just loves spending time in the romantic atmosphere of sewer pipes. Yeah, the smell here is so bad that even a chemical attack would be jealous. I wonder why Toby chose this place. Maybe he just loves spending time in the romantic atmosphere of sewer pipes.
Dobie, I have a feeling it will be you. I can already see you doing your signature fail jump, though I might be wrong.
Hey, that happened once. Well, okay, twice, maybe 5 times, but who's counting? The acid won't have lunch today.
Wow, you actually made it. I'm starting to believe in miracles. All right, my turn. Hop. Phew, I made it. Let's keep moving. I wonder what's ahead. Hopefully not a lunch break with Toby.
I think Toby might invite us for an acid tasting. Do you think he has different flavors? Strawberry or chocolate-flavored acid, maybe?
Ha, that would be great if it didn't dissolve our skin. Hey, Dobie, did you know that when Toby was a kid, he used to play hide and seek and always won? Probably because no one wanted to find him.
Ha ha, maybe. Though I wouldn't play hide and seek with him. His claws instead of fingers don't add to his charm. Oh, look, another parkour section. Let's go.
Eat a zombie! Yes, let's go. Guys, don't forget to write in the comments if you like this kind of content. And we're continuing our journey through Toby's hospital. Hopefully we'll get out of here soon. Dobie, remember that old story about Toby's abandoned hospital? That place has always been surrounded by creepy rumors.
Yes, Labrador. How could I forget? They say it used to be an ordinary hospital until that Surgeon Toby showed up. He had very eccentric treatment methods, to put it mildly.
Exactly. Instead of healing, he started conducting strange experiments on patients. They say he replaced his fingers with claws to make it easier to, well, work.
You definitely wouldn't want to compete with him in a manicure contest. Imagine him at a salon. I'd like a manicure, please, and make the claws longer.
Haha, right. And they also say he used the hospital's old sewers for his experiments. That's where he supposedly kept his failed results.
That's why the sewers still stink. Maybe he was trying to create a new perfume. Sewer scent by Toby, for those who love to stand out. Oh.
Or his famous acid. You never know where you might come across another puddle. It's like playing Russian roulette. Make a wrong step and say hello to a new pair of shoes.
And the scariest part is that after his disappearance, the hospital remained abandoned. People say you can hear his footsteps and the sound of claws scratching the walls at night.
Imagine someone walking past the hospital at night, and from inside, Toby's voice calls out, "Hey, want a free manicure?" I'm sure he wouldn't have many clients.
Ha ha, yeah. But all jokes aside, that place is really creepy. No one dares to go there anymore. Even the local cats avoid it.
Then we heard a scraping sound from the darkness. We froze like statues. It turned out to be just an old ventilation fan that started working on its own.
After that, we decided not to tempt fate and got out of there as quickly as possible. And you know what's funny? On our way out, we were greeted by a local cat who clearly thought, these two are nuts for going in there.
Ah ha ha, exactly. That's the story of Toby's abandoned hospital. Maybe it's just legends, but I'm not setting foot in there again.
Totally agree, Labrador. We better stay away from such places. And if you guys enjoyed our stories, stay tuned for more.
Hey Dobie, remember what happened last week? I never thought a zombie apocalypse would become our reality.
Oh yeah, Labrador. How could I forget? We were just walking in the park when we spotted the first zombie. At first, I thought it was an actor who got too into character.
Yeah, and then when he tried to bite you, you realized it wasn't a rehearsal. Remember how you yelled, "Hey, I didn't order a toothy massage"?
Ha! How could I forget? Good thing we had our bikes with us. We managed to get away quickly. Just imagine what our bike chase with zombies on our tail looked like.
At least we got a good cardio workout. Then we took shelter in an old supermarket, thinking it was safe. But when you opened the fridge to grab a cola, a zombie fell out.
Yep, that zombie was clearly a fan of healthy eating. Imagine his disappointment when he realized he didn't have taste buds.
Yeah, and after that we started barricading ourselves in the supermarket. We built barricades out of canned goods and boxes of pasta. It was like playing Jenga, but with groceries.
Oh, right. And when we made a maze out of products to confuse the zombies, I felt like a real tactical genius. Although, that zombie who got tangled in the packaging didn't look very smart.
Ha, and remember when you tried to scare the zombies by putting a giant pumpkin on your head? I laughed until I cried when the zombie got scared and tried to run away.
Well, it was a temporary solution, but it worked. Then we found an old cash register and decided to use it as a weapon. I had no idea it could be so heavy.
Yeah, throwing cash registers at zombies isn't the most effective method, but it's definitely original. But then we realized we had to move on because more zombies were coming.
We got out through the back door of the supermarket and headed to the old garage. There, we found an old pickup truck. And you know what? It started on the first try.
That was probably the happiest moment of the entire day. We drove that pickup through the town, running over zombies along the way. You even tried singing, "On the road with zombies, here we go."
Well, my musical talents leave much to be desired. But the main thing is we escaped. We made it to a safe place and realized that a zombie apocalypse is not only scary, but also a bit fun if you look at it with humor.
Yes, the key is to stay optimistic. So, ready for the next adventure? I hope it will be less toothy. Dobie, remember that time we encountered the robot surgeon named Tony? It was something else.
Of course I remember, Labrador. Tony wasn't just a surgeon. He was a genius bent on taking over the planet. Remember how he tried to take over the city, turning everyone into mechanical beings?
Oh yeah, he seized all the factories and started producing his cyborgs. I barely held back from saying, "Tony, you've gone overboard with these mechanical patients."
And do you remember his army of nurse cyborgs? They were racing through the streets, administering injections to everyone they met. I'm sure our hospital had never seen such efficiency.
Yeah, and when we decided to attack his main headquarters, Tony sent his giant surgeon robot against us. It was so big, it could wipe us out with a single swipe of its oversized scalpel.
Ha ha, exactly. I remember how you tried to maneuver out of its surgical hooks and blades. You literally said, "So, Tony, what's a surgeon doing on the operating table?"
Well, I've always had a penchant for dark humor, especially when our planet is at stake. And remember how we ultimately defeated him? You managed to disable his central processor using a soldering iron and a glass of water.
Yes, I was glad my hobby in soldering paid off. After Tony lost communication, his cyborgs started running around aimlessly, like nurses after a collision with Labrador in the refrigerator.
Yep, they just scattered, not knowing where to go. In the end, we took control of the situation and restored the city to normalcy. Although you can still find confused cyborgs roaming the streets.
Absolutely, Labrador. Dealing with Tony and his robot army was one wild adventure.
Dobie, what's with this nonsense about Tony? We fired the bazooka at him 3 times already, and he just keeps multiplying.
Yeah, Labrador, our main opponent turned out to be a real master of replication. Every time we think we've defeated him, another Tony suddenly appears.
Dobie, this is just absurd. We've shot this Tony 10 times already, and he just keeps multiplying like a rabbit at light speed.
Yeah, Labrador, our bazooka is about to overheat, and this Tony seems to be enjoying our struggle.
Whew, we did it. That was a real challenge. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today, we will be escaping from the evil pot-bellied grandpa.
Yes, hello everyone, Sheriff Labrador. We better keep it down in case he wakes up and whacks us with his cane.
Stupid Dobie, you're yelling louder than me. Look, here's my photo. I'm afraid to think what he did with it.
What are you thinking, Labrador? I think he just printed it out to remember your face. Let's go before dinner time comes and he wakes up.
Let's just jump on his belly instead. You're scared of Dobie again. What can he do to us? His eyes even look in different directions.
Oh no, Labrador, I think we woke him up. Run!
It's okay, Dobie. That old poker is running at a snail's pace. But you'd better hurry up. You're too close to him. Don't fall behind.
I feel uneasy. My tail senses someone about to bite me from behind. The main thing is not to look back.
You're right, but we're almost there. I don't even know why that old man has so many dentures, and why doesn't he clean up the floor? It seems like he's tired of chasing us. Look at these strange photos. Why hang something like this on the wall?
We did it, Sheriff Labrador. Maybe he really loves to look at himself. Although, judging by everything, he hardly ever gets off the couch.
Look! What are those giant boogers on the fork? It doesn't look like broccoli. I hope he didn't bite into them. And there are no teeth of his fallen out inside.
If I'm honest, I adore broccoli. They taste like mushrooms mixed with sea kale. Write in the comments if you like broccoli.
What are you talking about, Dobie? Everyone hates broccoli. Let them rather write what they love to eat the most.
Everyone has different food preferences. If someone likes something that you don't, it doesn't mean that person is strange.
What? Did you see that? Why did I die? I didn't even touch him. Stupid developers. Let's just finish this. Let's calmly walk through these chattering broccoli. See the face of that old man ahead? Just go to him and don't look back.
See that guy? Why is he walking backwards? He's just distracting us. Shoo, I stopped just in time. Spinach almost hit me in the muzzle.
I thought he was really just standing there waiting for us to pass these trials. Turns out he's so crazy he built his own giant iron copy and embedded it in the wall. But even your mom's bigger than him. Ha ha ha.
Watch out not to fall into the lava, Labrador, or you'll roast your sheriff outfit. They won't clean it off like last time when a seagull pooped on you. You tripped over a stone and fell into the city fountain. Ha ha ha.
Why are you speak off the cuff, Dobie? Maybe I should remind you of when you slipped on a piece of pizza and crashed into a lamppost. We had to pay for its repair too.
Very funny. But let's not get distracted, or you'll fall again. Let's ask the guys if they would like to see a video on our channel where we both play The Floor is Lava in Roblox. Write in the comments.
Why are you standing there, you goofball? I've already passed. Let's go further. Ahead of us awaits a conveyor belt with giant falling vegetables. Watch your head.
Once again, we are next to broccoli. Maybe you'll take a bite while you're next to it. I think you'll like it.
Where did you get lost there? Eating your broccoli again? We're in a hurry. Ahead of us is the room where we were at the very beginning, only now we're on top. I knew we just had to climb up to escape from him.
Sorry, they were very tempting. I couldn't resist. Look down. What's that pink stuff all over the floor? Maybe it's gum or jelly?
So, I'm Labrador, and my faithful partner is Dobie, the sheriffs of this wonderful city where something happens every day. But this day was truly special. It all started with rumors of strange experiments conducted in our city by a mad scientist. Everyone was tense, but no one expected that these experiments would lead to such a nightmare. This scientist, lost in the realms of science and madness, decided to experiment on jelly. Yes, you heard it right. On that sticky delicacy that each of us loves. He tried to improve it, making it more elastic. But alas, everything didn't go as planned. In one horrifying moment, there was an explosion that threw the scientist several meters back, and the jelly began to grow at an incredible speed. It covered everything in its path, threatening to flood our city. People ran in terror, screaming and praying for salvation. But I, Labrador, the sheriff of this city, couldn't allow this dreadful jelly to destroy everything we had built for so long. And I knew that my faithful friend Dobie was always by my side, ready to help. We moved forward. Our mission was clear: to stop this jelly at any cost. We swam through this sticky madness, my nose literally getting sucked into it, but we didn't give up. With my unmatched intellect and Dobie's nose, we found what fueled this jelly. Some strange reagent left by the scientist in his madness. We destroyed it, and the jelly began to melt, Like falling snow, the city was saved. People came out on the streets again, and Dobie and I were proclaimed heroes of the day. But for us, the real reward was that we saved our beloved city from ruin. Thus ended our most incredible day, full of adventures and dangers. And, although no one will know about it firsthand, we know that we, Labrador and Dobie, the dynamic duo of canine justice, saved the world.
Amazing story, Labrador. Thanks for reminding us of it. But why did you bring a board with you? You can't slide down on it like on a sled.
I brought it for you, Dobie, in case you want to protect your pants.
Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Then let's talk about how you tore your pants when you climbed a tree to rescue a cat. The strangest thing was that the tear was in a very unexpected place. I hope the cat didn't get psychological trauma from what she saw there. Ha ha!
Let's not think about that right now. We're about to reach our main goal, to defeat that cheeky, pot-bellied old man.
Okay, Sheriff Labrador, let's focus on that. The main thing is not to repeat what happened a few minutes ago. Don't fall into the lava, ha ha! Look ahead. There are sod boards. Let me go first. I'm not as fat as you, so they won't break under me.
Look, Dobie, in the distance you can see that old man's lure, a golden prune. Strange choice. Why did he spend a lot of money on a dried fruit statue? Maybe it's because that old man himself looks like a dried fruit.
Why did that guy fall apart? He couldn't handle the upcoming challenge mentally. But I hope we'll succeed, Sheriff Labrador.
Dobie, let's finally finish this. Grab that prune and run. That way, we'll distract him with you, and I'll shoot at him with the bazooka.
Oh no, Labrador! It looks like he's hunting you instead of me. I'll try to distract him somehow.
Don't worry, he's very slow. Just make sure to dodge his big red laser. I don't want to find out how painful that is. It would be nice to have a bazooka like that. It would come in handy for major arrests. It even shoots backwards.
We're almost there. Let's push harder. I wonder how long it took him to make that giant suit and how he got inside it.
Yes, we did it. Great job. The world is saved from the crazy old man. We should celebrate, Dobie.
Hooray! Why did he just sink into the ground? Now that we're done, let me tell everyone an interesting story about how we saved the city from a virus epidemic. It all started on an ordinary morning. I went on duty with my partner, Sheriff Labrador. We noticed a sudden increase in the number of sick animals in the city. They were all complaining of weakness and fever, but no one could understand what was happening. We knew we had to act quickly, or the whole city could fall ill. I called our old friend Professor Ben, who worked in a secret laboratory outside the city. Ben had always been at the forefront of science and technology, and if anyone could help, it was him. "Hi, Dobie," said the professor. "It seems I have something that might help you. We've recently developed special visor glasses that allow you to see viruses in the environment." Labrador and I immediately went to Ben and received these amazing glasses. Putting them on, we saw our city in a completely new light. Viruses were everywhere, in the air, on surfaces, even on people and animals. "We need to find the source of the infection," said Labrador. His tail wagging with excitement, we began surveying the city, looking for clusters of viruses. The visor glasses showed that one of the abandoned houses was teeming with viruses. We cautiously entered and discovered an old laboratory where someone had apparently been conducting dangerous experiments. On a table, we found records indicating that someone had deliberately released the virus into the city. It was unthinkable. We gathered all the evidence and returned to the city to warn everyone and start cleaning the infected areas. "We need to isolate the infected and disinfect everything they might have touched," I ordered, and Labrador set out to coordinate the actions of the residents. Together with Professor Ben, we set up purification stations throughout the city. The residents, realizing the seriousness of the situation, began to help us. Labrador and I patrolled the streets, ensuring that everyone was safe. After several days of hard work, we finally managed to get the epidemic under control. The viruses disappeared, and our city became healthy and safe again. "You did a great job, Dobie," said Professor Ben, patting me on the shoulder. "Without you and Labrador, we couldn't have handled it so quickly." "It's our job," I replied modestly, looking at our beautiful city. "We're always here to protect those we care about. So, with the help of new technologies and a team of friends, we were able to save our city from an invisible threat. The visor glasses became a symbol of our victory over the epidemic, reminding everyone that even ordinary law enforcers can do great things.
Great story, Dobie, but it's time to say goodbye. We still have to save the world in real life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. If you want us to play the scariest map in Roblox, leave a comment.
Goodbye, everyone.
Hey, guys. Today we've entered Roblox and we're going to play the Escape from Pennywise's Mansion mode. If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button.
Hi, everyone. Support us by subscribing and liking. And now let's get started. Labrador, are you ready for these spooky adventures?
Oh, yes, Dobie. Look at this map. The mansion is so grim and mysterious. There are dark corridors, cobwebs, creaky doors, and foggy windows. You can immediately feel that something is wrong.
Yeah, and listen to that eerie music in the background. It makes your hair stand on end. Pennywise is probably somewhere nearby. That clown always shows up unexpectedly and scares you to death.
Right. Pennywise himself looks terrifying. His white face with bright makeup, creepy smile, and those piercing eyes. He moves so smoothly and suddenly appears out of the darkness.
And those bubbles he releases, you never know when he'll pop up. So, we need to find keys and clues to get out of here. Do you see anything useful?
There's some kind of note on this table. Let's take a look. Aha, it's a clue. It seems we need to go through the library and find a hidden door. But be careful. Pennywise could be anywhere.
Great, let's head to the library. Stay close, Labrador. And guys, don't forget to keep an eye on updates on our channel. We'll definitely tell you how we managed to escape from this creepy mansion.
Spooky Halloween music is playing right now, and we have to get through this creepy parkour. This music really gives me the chills.
By the way, have you seen the movie It? It's one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Of course I have. Did you know that Pennywise is a clown who appears every 27 years to feed on the fears of children? Oh, look, here's a tricky jump. Try not to fall.
And don't forget about his red balloons. They appear in the most unexpected places, just like Pennywise himself. These balloons have become a symbol of horror. Guys, do you like scary modes in Roblox? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Dobie, look! We're in the creepy maze of Pennywise's mansion. It's so dark here, and that clown could jump out from any corner. We need to get through it as quickly as possible.
Agreed, Labrador. These narrow corridors and shadows everywhere make it no place for a stroll. Look, there's a fork in the path. Should we go left or right?
Let's try going left. Hey, Dobie, have you seen the movie It? It's one of the scariest movies I've ever seen.
Of course I have. Did you know that Pennywise is a clown who appears every 27 years to feed on the fears of children? Oh, look, here's a tricky turn. Try not to get confused.
And don't forget about his red balloons. They appear in the most unexpected places, just like Pennywise himself. These balloons have become a symbol of horror. Guys, do you like scary modes in Roblox? Share your thoughts in the comments.
What was that just now? I got really scared. Yes, definitely let us know. We always love hearing your opinions. Labrador, I think I see the exit from this maze. Come on, we need to speed up before Pennywise shows up.
Dobie, remember that story about Pennywise from last week?
Of course, Labrador. It was something else. I still can't forget it. Something really unusual happened.
It all started when we got a call to Hampstead Street. Residents reported strange noises and unusual activity in one of the houses.
We arrived there, but it was eerily quiet. We thought maybe someone was just playing a prank. But as soon as we entered the house, everything became clear.
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was all shrouded in mist, and suddenly Pennywise emerged from the darkness. His eyes were glowing, and his smile was so creepy.
We tried to stop him, but he vanished like a ghost. Then strange events began across the town. People reported seeing him in parks, near schools, even on playgrounds.
Some even claimed they saw him in their dreams. It was so surreal that we couldn't believe our eyes for a long time.
And then we found his artifact, an old doll with his likeness hidden in one of the old houses. Turns out, Pennywise had been haunting the town for a long time, but only now did his presence become so evident.
It all ended when we found a way to slow down his actions, but it was a real challenge. I hope we won't see him again. Dobie, remember that day when we, along with the police forces, raided Pennywise's mansion? It was truly incredible.
Of course, Labrador, it was a real trial for our team. None of us knew what awaited inside. The rumors that anyone who entered Pennywise's house disappeared filled us with dread.
We assembled in full force, with SWAT teams, firefighters, and even representatives from emergency services. Everyone was armed to the teeth and ready for any traps.
Upon entering the mansion, we immediately encountered the first trap, a camouflage pit with sharp stones. We had to move very carefully through this labyrinth.
Finally, we reached the main room where we found Pennywise. He was sitting on his throne of bones, laughing and staring at us with his sinister eyes. But thanks to our teamwork, we managed to capture and detain him.
Yes, Labrador, it was a real feat. We showed that together we can overcome any difficulties. This operation became a true legend in our city.
Dobie, remember that day when we went to the circus and the animals started behaving completely erratically?
Of course, Labrador, it was absolute madness. We never could have imagined that a regular trip to the circus would turn into such a trial.
It all started when the lions and tigers suddenly began growling aggressively and lunging at the audience. People were running away in panic, and we had to start the evacuation immediately.
We quickly organized the exits, guiding people to the doors and calming those who were panicking. It was like a scene from a horror movie. Animals running around the arena, breaking out of cages, and attacking everyone nearby.
After we evacuated everyone, the situation became even more complex. We were left alone with these raging animals. It was just us and dozens of furious predators.
Yes, and that's when we decided to use special devices to calm them down. We had ultrasonic devices that helped us temporarily subdue their aggression.
It was really challenging. We spread out across the arena, using the devices to calm the animals and get them back into their cages. But a few managed to escape onto the streets.
That's right, Labrador. We had to immediately head out and start searching. The escaped animals could pose a huge threat to people.
We sent out warnings throughout the city and worked with veterinarians and zoologists to capture the escapees. Thanks to coordinated efforts, we managed to catch all the animals and return them to the circus.
Yes, it was a tough day, but thanks to our team and the use of special technology, we succeeded. The main thing is that no one was hurt, and all the animals were returned to their cages.
Yes, Dobie, it was a true test of our endurance and ability to act in critical situations. It's good that everything ended well.
There was another story, as usual, starting with a quiet morning and a calm patrol. But this time, we had a special task. Labrador and I received an invitation to the birthday party of the clown Pennywise. He was a new resident of our town, and as it turned out, didn't have any friends here. We decided to make his day and drop by his party.
We approached Pennywise's house, which was decorated with balloons and bright ribbons. Inside, the clown himself greeted us with a wide smile. He was clearly happy to see us. Everything was going well. Laughter, treats, and tricks. However, soon the atmosphere began to change.
At first, it seemed like ordinary fun, but soon we noticed that Pennywise started acting strangely. His jokes became sinister, and his laughter turned into maniacal cackling. Suddenly, he disappeared from the room, and a few minutes later, we heard screams from outside.
We ran outside and saw that Pennywise, dressed in his clown outfit, had started attacking the guests and passers-by. His face twisted into a malevolent grin, and he seemed completely deranged. We realized we had to do something urgently to stop him.
We quickly devised a plan of action. I tried to distract Pennywise, making him focus on me while Labrador sneaked up from behind. It was a dangerous and risky plan, but we had no choice. We had to protect the residents of our town.
Getting close enough, I jumped on Pennywise and tried to subdue him. The clown resisted, but with Dobby's help, we managed to tie him up and calm the guests. We called for backup and quickly organized the evacuation of the injured.
Soon, medical help and specialists arrived and took Pennywise for examination. It turned out that his aggression was caused by a rare mental illness that he was unaware of. It was a tough, intense day, but Labrador and I managed to prevent a tragedy. Labrador, are you sure this is the right way? This corridor looks like it could collapse on us at any moment.
Dobby, we don't have another choice. I see a few doors up ahead. We need to choose the right one before that red balloon traps us. Stay close and stay alert.
I see them, but how will we know which door is the right one? We don't have much time.
I noticed one of the doors is slightly ajar. I think that's our best bet. But be ready for anything. There might be another challenge behind it.
All right, let's open it together. But be careful. Well, just as I thought. Looks like we have to go through this obstacle course. Labrador, look! Pennywise is after us again. We need to figure out how to get rid of him.
We have to use our speed and agility. Let's run to that dumpster over there. He won't be able to catch us there.
Phew! We finally made it out of that creepy mansion. Thank you for sticking with us, friends. Today's adventure wasn't easy, but thanks to your support and our combined efforts, we pulled through.
We're not saying goodbye, just see you next time.